Is this thing on? Hi. Hi,
I
everyone.
hope so. If I did it right, it should be.
Hello and welcome to Feytouched, our brand new Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition campaign set in the wondrous Feywild. And welcome everybody. I'm James. I'm a professional Dungeon Master with RPGathome. And it's my very great pleasure to welcome you all to this new campaign. This is episode 2 of Feytouched, this fantastic game. And very, very keen to see where this journey goes today, and very amazed and stoked at what happened last week. We had an absolute ball, and it was really quite incredible. And as, of course, joining me on this journey are these 4 wonderful people you see here, our players, and a warm welcome and well met to you all. Hello, and I'm going to start with, and I don't know where I'm pointing because my screens look different, but hello, welcome, Eric. How are you today? How's it all going from the Bay Area today?
Very good, thank you.
That's good.
Doing all right.
Natural flair.
I know.
All right. Eric, of course, you're playing Bizbo, the Hammer,
Yes.
P.I. Tell me a bit
Bizbo
about
the Hammer Thorn
Thorn.
P.I.
P.I.
Not Doofy. Yeah, not Doofy.
Not
Yes. A kobold artificer.
Kobold artificer from the capital, well, not from the capital, but from the kingdom, I guess, the
Yeah.
Grand Duchy. Excellent. With Eric, of course, I'd like to introduce Latreni. Hello, Latreni. How are you today?
Hello, I'm good. Very warm, but good.
Very warm. It is freezing here in Australia right now. We've been having the coldest winter, but not so much up in northern US.
No,
And-
we're in the middle of a heat wave, so.
Lovely. And Latreni, tell me about your character.
I am playing Tismei Alifair, who is a human cleric in training.
Training and confirming today, which we'll get to in a
Yes.
little bit shortly. Welcome. And Taylor. Hi, Taylor. How are you?
Good, how are you? Thank you. I am playing Esmeralda Astrum, the Eldarin Fey, elf that is from the Feywilds.
And emerged in our last episode into the mortal realms in River Bend, and a rude awakening for Esmeralda, I think. I absolutely dropped Taylor in the deep end on this campaign. It was great to see. It was really, really cool. Welcome back. And last but certainly not least, dealing with all of our technical woes and making sure that the stream runs beautifully and everything's working. Fingers crossed we can hear you this week. Hi, Jared. How are you?
You know what? It's just a gamble. I'm probably super loud now as I watch my meters bounce all over the place. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Hopefully everything is working. You know, if it's not, well, we'll just adjust as we go. My name's Jared. I am playing Quinn. He's an elfish ranger from the capital, soldier and the troop visiting this village. Yeah, very excited.
Excellent. Well, welcome all into episode 2. Before we begin, I do need to acknowledge the creatives and artists that we're using for this session. There's so many wonderful artists providing map art sounds for Dungeons & Dragons, and when we put this on YouTube, we'll link to these Patreons that we use. I first need to thank Sirenscape for creating the immersive sounds for this game, just like hopefully you're listening to now with our beautiful kind of jaunty village fare. Sirenscape have soundtracks for all the great published D&D adventures, and you can mix and match them as well like I have here. This game's also using the diverse and ever-expanding spells, monsters, places and items from Kobold Press. Feytouched, this game is set in their world of Midgard and the Forest of the Arbaness. So thank you, Kobold Press. But finally, a quick shout out to the artists that for tokens and battle maps that we're using also, including Forgotten Adventures, Tom Kartos, Afternoon Maps, and a new one this week, Fantasy Atlas. I'm sure you'll agree there's some amazing art when you see it, and I hope you'll enjoy. But without any further ado, let's dive into our episode 2 of Feytouched. And when last we met, our kobold artificer had just revealed himself to be not Doofy, the shit carter, but Bizbo, the Hammer,
Bizbo.
Thorn P.I.
That's
And
right.
so we begin with an introduction and a recap from Bizbo's case notes.
I'm waiting for the right mood.
Is this smooth jazz playing?
Oh no, is the music not playing?
So jaunty.
Sirenscape is having an issue today. This is very disappointing. Sorry, everyone. Let me just kill that. Is everyone still hearing jaunty music?
Oh yeah.
No change?
No,
Oh
no,
dear, this is terrible.
Yo, we try to pull up some smooth jazz on YouTube and just see what we get.
Just roll with it.
The
With the
technical
water.
difficulties are happening, and we thought we'd iron them out, but it looks as though we're not. So, unfortunately, Bizbo, you're doing your recap to jaunty
Okay.
village music. I'm afraid.
I will try. Oh, I can't even mute it. This is extremely. Hold on. All right, I just closed it because that was okay. Oh yeah, I'm doing the recap. Yes. Bizbo Thorn case file number 36. The shadows that wept. The first tango. The year was 3092. The lazy haze of a humid spring laid over the captive city of Raywald like a 2-copper cologne. It was a beautiful city, full of delicate spires and rich opulence of its elven architecture, but underneath its pretty face, I knew of the dark, sooty underbelly that threatened to swallow you whole. My research had reached a dead end, and my only lead was located in the remote, sleepy rural village of Riverbend. Much too far for my little legs to take me, I luckily discovered a small
Wait,
military convoy was
scroll
set
away,
to travel
you
there.
need to hear this.
I bribed the convoy's kobold, Doofy, to let me take his place, my kin being easily swayed by the glint of gold. I effortlessly took the mantle of Doofy, my mastery of deception, so superior they didn't even notice I didn't have Doofy's red scales. Finally, leaving the city behind us, we hit the road like an 8-grain whiskey, hard. Most of the unit treated me like yesterday's gruel, except one curious fella named Quinn. He was a real lone wolf, just like me, and most of the others treated him with a healthy dose of respect and weariness. He actually would talk and eat with me, and I get the feeling he might be able to lend me a hand with my investigation. After 2 weeks, we arrived in Riverrun. So many new sights and smells. I'm not sure how they all breathe so easily without the healthy layers of soot and smoke that permeate the great cities. Lieutenant Moose took a small attachment to town, including Quinn, who had convinced them to bring me along, a real stand-up guy. After arriving in town, we were being gawked at so hard, like a never-seen city folk before, and Quinn and I were able to break free and head into the village square. He seemed to do some sort of magic and started following a mysterious lady into a tavern. The place was full to the gills, and we shared a drink, which I am definitely extremely experienced with, and it went down so smooth. My eyes and Quinn's lingered on the lady who had entered the tavern, when suddenly her and her well-dressed friend came up to us, both dressed to the nines, a couple of real dames as Draco has described, which I still don't really understand what that means. As we began to exchange pleasantries, I couldn't hold it in any longer. Not wanting to deceive my definite friend Quinn anymore, I threw off the cloak of Doofy and announced myself to the group as Bizbo, the Hammer Thorn Private Dick. Now seeing me in my true form, I'm sure they will assist me with my case.
Incredible. The case notes of Bizbo.
Woo! I need a drink.
We're just gonna
after
do.
that
We're just
one.
gonna do every session with his just case, like just
Please.
every
Please
single
no.
Notes,
one.
yes.
Please no.
It's-
Yeah.
Oh, he'll have to take notes.
For the
Yeah,
God,
that's
no,
right.
I
This is
can't.
my. This is why I've forced Derek to take.
This is my nightmare.
Well, Sirenscape was working for this, the latter half of that, so it's gonna sound
Oh,
really
sweet.
good, you know,
Awesome.
in post. Maybe try to launch it again whenever you get a moment.
Will do. I've lost Sirenscape. I'm sorry. So I'm hoping that we hear a crowded. And
We've
thronging
got
bar
jaunty,
right now.
jaunty crowd bar music, I think.
Yeah, great. Okay. So as Bizbo unveils his jacket, and you see the construct, this kind of strange flying spider spiraling around from his shoulder, that plays this noir-like strange music, intermittent with puffs of confetti as the celebration. Quinn, I guess this is a strange thing for you. You would have seen some clockwork creatures in the past in the kingdom, but nothing like this before, and certainly nothing like a kobold private eye. And as for Tismei and Esmeralda too, within the bar, you can't help but see this. You see this strange-looking, hovering, helicopter-like spider hover over the shoulder of this kobold. And a few of the patrons, those that are still here, because of course most of the menfolk have left to go out to the main square to see what soldiers were crowding there. There's a few gasps, a few startled reactions. Sorry, Quinn, you were about to say.
I was just about to ask. I was really hoping that we were maybe the four of us alone in this tavern, but it seems like we are in fact not. I'm so lost for where I don't know.
Okay, basically that whole intro I just did was in the tavern, right? I just pulled out a pipe and started reciting.
Oh, you just started talking to yourself in front of us?
Yes, you are now caught up, Queen. I'm sorry for deceiving you.
Well, can we? And I'll just try and kind of collect your stuff that's flying around. Can we? Can we?
No, don't. That's Godwin. Don't touch Godwin. He's very delicate and sensitive.
Thank God the army brought a jester with us for the celebrations. Isn't that right, Bizbo?
Oh, there's a jester? I look behind me. There's... They did? I didn't see one on the train.
Oh, shit.
I'm a little confused.
We're all a little confused.
Okay, good to know.
I'm sorry, I didn't want to deceive my friend here, so I was in disguise, but I'm actually in town to investigate disappearances.
There have... DM, would I have heard about any previous disappearances that happened? Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. About 3 weeks ago, there've been things going missing within Riverbend, some objects and knickknacks, but 3 weeks ago a baby went missing. Yeah, and everyone is aware of that.
Okay. Well, there definitely have been some disappearances around here. Were you sent here or?
Yes.
Is he lying?
Yeah, do I do?
In a way.
I don't think an inside check's required.
Yeah.
In a certain sense, you could say.
We were all sent here. We're new to town, to the village. I'm Quinn, and this is Bizbo.
Bizbo, the hammer.
Hammer.
The hammer. It's a nickname. Thorn.
It's a lot to chew on at the moment. And your names are, ladies, if I could ask.
Tismei, Alifair, and this is kind of just points awkwardly to our new Eladrin friend.
I'm Esmeralda Astrum, and I have so many questions.
Yes.
So do I. That's crazy. We both have so similar.
At this point, detect magic is still blinding me when I look at Esmeralda, right?
Yeah, well, it's not Esmeralda. It's absolutely a necklace, a star necklace around her neck. It's just emanating these pulses of very strong magic.
Apologies for our little show there. We hadn't quite as much time to rehearse that as I think we might have needed. Is something going on today? There seems to be a lot of folk gathering in In the center of town.
Um, yes, there's a confirmation um, for a new cleric. You know, reached the end of her journey. It's me. Yeah. There's a celebration.
A celebration for you.
It's not just about me, but I'm part of it. It's a big event in the village, and when someone reaches the end of this kind of coming of age confirmation ceremony, we have a thing, and there's you can't really be interested in all of this, but
I'm taking
it's a
notes.
big oh.
Go on.
He's just really confused. So we have these two deities, Urilla and Horovit, and I'm training to be a cleric to them, and so do you really want me to keep telling you all this information?
Please.
I guess if no one stops or Tismei will just keep going on and give the whole backstory of it and just keep going until someone stops.
Sure. These two twin deities are the twins of the natural circle, the circle of life, and from what you gather from Tismei is that a lot of the kind of agricultural communities, including this village, really worship these two. It's about growth, and it's about fertility and nature and the blending between the two of them. For Esmeralda, you're aware of the names are Elvish. The names originate from Fey, and I guess it's a little surprising for you. These two goddess, the god and the goddess of nature and of life, seem to be mirroring words that you've heard. You've heard of these as kind of being Fey lords of old, of ancient archfays that seemingly these mortals now worship as their gods. It's an unusual thing for you. You would have heard in your history about these ancient kings and ancient lords and queens, but now they're seemingly venerated as deities for these strange, short-lived mortals.
Ah, that's curious.
Anyway, so that's basically the whole what's going to happen today. If that at all helps you in your search for the missing people.
It doesn't, but I was very interested.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. And then as I'm talking, Godwin kind of, buzzes over to you and is like flying around you because you're in a regal dress of some sort, right?
A nice dress with like the kind of bright colors of the deities. Yes.
Yes, Godwin is very attracted to bright colors and fine clothes. So he is hovering around you, kind of a little bit picking
Quinn is like swatting him back. Swatting him back.
No,
so like
He's just very distracted, just like following like a cat with a laser pointer, just like
yeah, exactly. Just hovering around you, and he appreciates fine threads.
Oh, okay.
But getting back to these disappearances, what
Right.
what has happened here? What have you seen? What do you know of?
I don't know a lot of the specifics, but at first there were things that were going missing, tools, random things, nothing that seemed to be strange for sure, but nothing massive. The biggest thing to happen was someone's child was taken a few weeks back. It's unclear exactly why these things have been going missing. I don't think anyone's come to a conclusion yet, but people are nervous for sure.
James, in the cities, has the same kind of thing been happening? Have items been missing, or has it just been people? Like that?
Just people, yeah.
Okay.
Not children, just people.
Oh, like adults, just adults.
Adults, yeah.
Okay, like important. Well, that's not quite the same thing, but they have to be connected. I came here seeking an elven sage, but you do not know of her. Nobody seems to have heard of her here.
No, what was the name again? Oh
yes, her name.
And then you say the name, and I'm like, no, haven't heard of it.
Yes, Tremana Elvasa. Okay. Quinn. Again, sorry for deceiving you, my definitely friend. But I've seen you do things mysteriously. Are you also here to investigate these things?
We are here to provide some support to the village in their time of need. Yeah, we sent us a small unit from the city to come here and provide some aid. I didn't realize that we had a certain PI aboard, but that's perfect because that's probably what we'll need to figure out what's going on here.
Such a stand-up guy.
He just downs whatever drink he just whatever's left, just throws it back nervously.
Does your village need aid, Tismei? It sounded like they were not happy to see these soldiers.
If anyone called for aid, I was not aware. I don't think that they were invited.
Are you sure you're at the right town?
And he kind of like I'd say he glances at your chest, but he glances at your necklace, right? Like, and he goes, it seems like we're in the right place with missing babies and things like that going on. They're strange around here.
Esmeralda, are you not from this town?
I'm visiting.
Okay. Great. So am I.
Well,
Where from?
Oh, you know, just beyond the woods. Little village there.
That totally tracks.
What's the name of that village?
Well, it's in Elven, but translated, it's just called the Flora Villa.
Write that down, Bizbo.
Well, I don't take commands from you. I'm writing it down.
I'm sorry, are we under investigation or something? Is there a specific reason you're collecting so much information from us?
Who, me?
Both.
Well, you are a team, aren't you?
Kind of glance over at
I
each other.
hope we develop into one, if I'm being honest. You know, I've never had that too many friends, and he seems like he kind of doesn't judge what other people do. So, you know, I definitely see us as maybe not soulmates, but definitely one of those friends that even if you haven't seen them for years, it's kind of like it's like you've spoken like yesterday. You know what I mean?
No.
No.
Oh, okay. Well, no, we're not. I don't mean to pry. I am. This is the art of a PI. You must take notes all the time, as Draco would tell me, my mentor.
Oh, okay.
You never know when a clue is hidden.
Well,
I see.
I don't know how much information you'll get from people around here. Everyone's a little bit on edge with the army coming into town, but good luck, I guess.
Well, maybe you can introduce me around. Say that I'm a good guy.
Oh, I don't know if I'm the best person. I mean, you might be better off just introducing yourself.
Maybe not. Quinn kind of mumbles as he thinks.
I could try. I'm a little busy today, but maybe.
Of course, we didn't mean to keep you from your ceremony.
No, please do. I mean, never mind.
And with that, you start to hear the sound of voices being slightly raised from outside. Most of the menfolk have left the tavern, leaving you guys there. As you look around, you see that Pup, the bugbear barman, is leaning on the bar, watching Godwin very closely, this kind of robotic flying spider as he kind of keeps an eye on things. You get a sense that most of the people that are still here are kind of keeping a very firm eye on this strange kobold in his trench coat, but are beginning to be distracted by what's happening out in the village square. You see that some people in the front windows are now gazing out to what's going on. And through the hazy glass, you can see that most of the soldiers that have arrived with Quinn and Bizbo today are kind of milling around the large statue of the two lovers, the centre statue of the village, and are now are kind of not being aggressively surrounded, but there are a lot of passers-by. There are a lot of people from the village that are now kind of milling about in the square to see what's going on with these soldiers as they're kind of lounging and waiting for their commanders to come back from meeting with the local mayor. In particular, Tismei's father has wandered out with a lot of the townsfolk. Tismei being the town's baker, I guess would be one of the local merchants and one of the more upstanding members of that community. And you kind of see that these middle-aged men are particularly kind of checking out what's going on outside. Are you continuing to chat inside, or did you want to go out and join them, having a look?
Yeah, I think we would kind of withdraw ourselves and give you a nod and thank you for humoring us and try to blend back in to the tavern.
Staying in the tavern?
Well, I guess is everyone going out? Bizbo? I assume if there's noise, we probably would follow.
Yeah, same.
Tismei said she would introduce me, so I am sticking with her now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, if there was noise or if I noticed anything outside, I'd go out and try to find my dad.
You head under the main square, and there's probably close to 50 or so people from the village. You see that there are children now climbing up onto like the side of the well, onto the little eaves of buildings, just to kind of see what's going on. And a lot of them, these merchant folk, these town folk, are kind of surrounding where the soldiers are. In particularly, Tismei's father is kind of leading. It's not a deposition. It's kind of just leading the mob in a little ways. And you hear some of these chats. What are you doing here? You're not wanted. You're not taking my sons. You get a sense that there is a resistance going on from these village folk. Of course, Tismei's mother was concerned about conscription, that basically that they'd be looking to draw up an army. And as you emerge, Quinn and Bizbo, from the inn, you notice that your commander, your second in commander, Sergeant von Fuchstad, has emerged from the mayor's house and is striding down the hill. Unless you're being particularly stealthy about it, he'll notice you emerging from the tavern.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like we're hiding at this point, right?
Okay.
I would try probably a little bit, try to stay in the background maybe. This guy's been mean to me. I don't want to have an altercation at this point.
Well, let's make a stealth check. First roll of the session.
Great.
Good luck, everybody.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Godwin, get back here.
Whipping around in the back.
Stuff him back in the coat.
Your jacket is your dress is so nice that.
Ooh.
Nope.
Ooh, there you go.
It's a spider, right? A helicopter spider?
It's a helicopter spider with giant, multiple, two big aperture-like eyes and then some smaller ones.
Okay.
Yeah.
Crowds are your thing. Having grown up in the main cities, it's very, very easy for you to merge in and amongst people's legs to kind of blend in. So you get a sense that the sergeant hasn't seen you at all. The sergeant does raise an eye at Quinn as you rejoin the soldiers within the square. He looks at the approaching scene and calls all the soldiers to attention, ranking them up. And then sternly but forcefully addresses the crowd. Citizens of Riverbend, we are representatives of the government in the duchy from the capital, Revolt. We will be staying in your town for the foreseeable future. you'll notice our camp has been established in the fields to the east. Do not fear. We are here for your protection, and we're here for your safety. We understand that things have been going wrong in your town. We understand that a child has gone missing. We are here to help. Our patrols will soon be combing the forest, working out what is behind this disappearance, looking for more of these creatures, these kappa, these river creatures that seem to be taking children and stealing items. You would be well helped if you have any information around these disappearances to come and speak to us. We advise you to stay away from our camp as much as possible. But as you would be aware, armies and soldiers are hungry people. And we would appreciate your cooperation if you were to supply our camp with food and drink as much as possible. We understand you would be willing to do this. We have spoken to your Reeve, and he has said you would be most accommodating. And for this, we give thanks. We will be here as long as we need to be to make sure that the threat to your town is gone. Men, introduce yourselves. We will return shortly. We trust everybody be on their best behavior. Soldiers, at ease. You see, most of the soldiers relax, start to talk amongst themselves. The menfolk of the town do not look at all happy about this. Tismei, your father, approaches and says, I think we'll need to put more bread in the ovens.
Yeah, seems like it. How are you feeling about this?
It's terrible. I know of other villages that have been done like this. These men will eat us dry. There'll be nothing left.
Guess
It's a terrible day to be doing this to you, Tismei. I'm sorry.
it's fine. It's not all about me.
You were speaking to some of the soldiers before. I saw you enter, leaving the tavern.
Yes, there was a couple, strange kobolds and his friend, but also maybe not a companion of sorts. So yeah, they're here to investigate.
Perfect. That's how that's going to shake out.
Yep. You're my
Be
home.
careful. Be careful of these men. You are young, and soldiers will be soldiers.
I'm aware. I can protect myself.
Perhaps you look beautiful, by the way.
Oh,
The dress is lovely.
thank you. Just want to get this over with.
Yes. It is soon time, yes?
Yes, only a few more hours, I assume.
And you've been sleeping. I heard you last night. Just tossing in your sleep.
You did.
Anything on your mind?
Just the confirmation. Just, nervous about the confirmation. Yeah.
You've trained. You've been doing this all your life.
I know.
You'll be fine.
It just feels, I don't know, weird, I guess.
Come, let's head back to the house. We need to prepare with your mother.
Okay. Oh, and she points back. If Esmeralda is still somewhere around here.
Right next to your shoulder.
Okay, cool. I should probably introduce. Oh wait, did we introduce each other in the tavern?
Nope.
I don't think we did. No. Father, I should probably introduce you. This is my friend Esmeralda.
It's lovely to meet you, sir. Your daughter is a very strong and courageous woman.
Strong and courageous. I imagine the baker. What? Why would you need to be strong and courageous?
Father, she's being polite.
Right.
Okay, anyway, I guess we'll just go back to the house.
You're new to town, visiting.
Yes, sir.
You don't look...
She's not from around here, Father.
I trust you'll be visiting the mill then.
Yes. I've also been asked by your wife to speak to the miller about getting some flour going.
Yes, yeah. He's not been the most forthcoming out of all, but uncanny, unrelated.
There might
I
be
swear
a small
that-
relation.
The spitting image. I do.
And-
Anyway,
Anyway.
let's return to Mother. I need to get these ovens going if we're feeding soldiery for today.
Right, yes, we'll head back there.
Gentlemen, what's your plan? I've got Bizbo hiding in the crowd. Quinn, you've rejoined the sergeant, I'm assuming?
Sure, took rank, wherever I was supposed to take rank, and now that we're at ease and moving around again,
The sergeant will approach, Sergeant von Funkstad, says, Hund, anything?
There's something here. It's hard to ascertain what at the moment. But even while you were speaking with the Reeve, we were able to identify that there have been some disappearances, and there is strong magic here. The ley lines are ripe and easy to find. Perhaps with this ceremony coming up, I can get a better look at everyone in a short area or in a smaller area and see if anyone in particular stands out.
This disappearance is concerning. Something we did not know. The magics may be strong. Creatures may be coming. You need to let me know if there is a gate.
Of course, haven't looked quite yet, but I thought maybe closer to night would be a more suitable time. But I will look and see if I can sense anything in the area.
Yeah, keep sensing. They're good. I return to the commander. We have much more to discuss with Reeve. Stay out of the tavern.
Aye, Sergeant.
You were ordered.
Aye, Sergeant.
He kind of does a little sniff, and you have downed a relatively large ale in previous minutes. He gives you a knowing look, turns on his heel, and starts marching back towards the opulent-looking mayor's house. When I say opulent-looking, it's made out of stone. Bizbo, what are you up to?
I'm waiting for Tismei.
Oh,
And Godwin is above, because I'm in the crowd, right? So I'm like
Yep.
2-4. I'm like a probably not even, that's a reach. So I'm using kind of Godwin. I've put my goggles down, which out of Godwin's like back a little antenna grows. And then I put my goggles down, and that's how I'm seeing. So I'm trying to navigate my way through the crowd back to the tavern, to waiting for Tismei to come out.
yeah. No, if Tismei didn't see you right in the area, she kind of would have just been like, "Oh, we're going back to the house. Okay, let's go." And
Okay, I'm following them.
okay.
Is Godwin trying to be stealthy at all, or is it an obvious drone that's
Well, he's up in
flying
he's
over
pretty
this?
far up in the air, he's pretty far up. But I mean, how can he hide when he's flying? I don't know.
Tismei, you follow your father back to your house, the 2-story bakery. When I say second story, it's really just the sleeping attic above the the fires above the ovens, and everyone's here now. The boys have returned. You see your older sisters helping your mother prepare. It's coming up to kind of mid-afternoon, and so the morning bake's already happened, but your father immediately starts to bark orders and get the family moving again, to try and get the ovens going again, understanding full well that the soldiers would need to be fed. The flour is, you have a supply, but you see the concern of your father that the supply that's come from the mill has dwindled, so it's putting an extra pressure on him. And more than once, your mother kind of shoos you aside because you're wearing the nice dress, and the last thing we want to do is cover it in flour and dust and bits and pieces from working. So, as your family returns to baking, it leaves you and Esmeralda to your own devices. Really, you're able to kind of do what you need to do while they're frantically kind of cooking up a storm. One person you haven't seen yet in this whole time has been your mentor, Romilly, the senior cleric, the Haradrim of this town. She seemingly hasn't been here, hasn't seen the major part of the square. But it's and as you kind of step back from watching the baking, you notice that this kobold has emerged outside of your shop, outside of the baker, kind of standing in the square, and you hear that whirring drone of the flying spider kind of whirring around behind you. So what would you like to do?
I guess I'll go to Esmeralda first. Noticing Bizbo at the edges of the crowd, and say to Esmeralda, well, I guess we can't be of much use around here. Is there anything in particular I could show you? Anywhere you'd like to go?
Well, would it be beneficial for your family if we stop by the miller's? Maybe he can have more flour for them if they're so busy.
That's not a bad idea. We could, absolutely head over there. Get out of the way around here, and
the mill is some distance. It's about a quarter mile out of town. The reason being is it's attached to the river. So the river, as the river narrows, a channel approaches, which allows the water mill to mill the flour. So it's a little bit out of town, but it's a journey you've taken many times if you wanted to sojourn out of the village. But it would take some time to get there and back.
Would I be concerned about? Oh yeah.
How much time before you must be ready for your ceremony?
An hour or two.
Okay, so it probably wouldn't be the greatest of ideas to go. Not too much longer now. Only maybe a couple hours. So maybe, upon second thought, we should postpone that for later.
Perhaps for after.
Yes.
Do you need to do anything else to prepare?
I mean, I should probably see what Romilly is up to. I'm surprised I haven't seen her yet today, with it being such a big occasion. I guess I could track her down. I don't know. I guess I could do that if you'd be interested in meeting the village cleric.
Oh, that would be most wonderful. Yes.
I'm not sure what to do about him. She kind of gestures over to Bizbo.
I do have where's Quinn? Did Quinn go back to the camp, or?
No, the soldiers are still milling around town.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the second sergeant would have left. He would have turned around and looked for you. And I think with detect magic up, you're just like a little spotlight, because I'm assuming your construct's magical, right? Like floating above you. Mm-hmm. So I would assume he would hone in on that and follow you guys, but not like he's following Bizbo following you guys. So I will be like one more tier into the back, kind of just scoping out the situation.
Just a little train going down.
Because I think I would have hung out with you, but I thought you were going back to camp. But it's fine. We can, So I'm just waiting then, kind of looking around, waiting for. I mean, are people like what are people? Are they just looking at me and not saying anything? If I'm like, hello, like I'm trying to say hi.
Well, you had
before he's ignoring me?
blended pretty well into the crowd. So at this
Yeah.
point, as you emerge from out of the crowd with then yes, there are some gasps. There are some, some of the kids are pretty intrigued by the spider. For the soldiers, I guess this isn't uncommon. You've been brought on to be a fixer of equipment. And certain constructs would be known in terms of the capital and for the armies to the east. They're aware of constructs and they're aware of clockworks, and so that they don't bat an eyelid. But a lot of the towns, more of the kind of bumpkin kind of town folk, are a little bit more taken aback. There'd be a few there that might have experienced something like this, but most of them are seeming, it's the new zoo, if you know what I mean.
So if I try introducing myself to people, are they just kind of ignoring me, or?
Oh, if you try to introduce yourself, by all means. Like, there's some farmers there. There's a couple of merchants that are kind of wandering around. Yep. You're heading up to a group of these people?
Yep.
Sure.
Okay. Hello,
you find a particular farmer within the area,
okay. Hello, fine sir. Can I ask you a couple of questions?
Aye. You're a small one.
Yes, I am short.
What are you? The goblin, yeah?
Why does everybody... No, goblins are mean, they're green, and there was a rhyme, but I forgot it. But they're jerks.
Fighting machines.
Yes, eating machines. Thank you, Quinn. Oh, hello, Quinn. Mean, green eating machines. No, I'm a kobold. You have not seen kobolds around? I mean, most of us are dumb, just petty, argumentative, also kind of mean, but not green. I mean, some that are green. I'm going off on my kobold's cosmology now, unless he stops me.
Stefan says he saw one once. He went to the city once. You guys clean the streets and the sewers and the gutters, yeah?
Yes, that is what my clan is from. Is the
And you're in the army.
Dungscale clan. But there's also, they're in the mines. Anyways, I'm not here for that. I am not part of the army, no. I am here on my own business. I am here investigating the disappearances and also trying to find information about Tremanda Iluvasa. Have you ever heard of such a person?
Tremanda. Yeah, I heard of her.
Oh, you have? Do you know where she is? Can I speak to her?
I don't think so.
What, she resting or taking a vacay or something?
Say that. You could say she's resting. And he points to the statue of the lovers. The woman and the man locked in an embrace. This ancient statue of 50 years old, covered in ivy. That's her. Her and her husband.
Okay, and where are the real versions of them? Or is that just...
Buried.
They're
in the
dead?
grove. Aye, they died 30 years ago.
30 years ago? What? God, no. That was my only lead, stupid Bizbo. What do you think? I throw my too big fedora down. I don't know. That was my only lead. I don't know where. That was the only way I could find any information. What did I think I was doing? And then Godwin comes down to try to comfort me.
Comfort you.
Yeah. No, Godwin. I am stupid. I am not skilled. I don't know why I ever thought I could do this. I should just give up and go back to shoveling poop out of sewers.
Sorry, it's bad news. Is that why you guys are here?
We're still here. No. The enemy, I don't know why they're here. I just hitched a ride.
What? What about you? And he looks towards Quinn.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Quinn!
You guys seem to have arrived at an opportune time. How did you know that we had a baby missing when you left the capital? You must have been on the road for weeks.
we've had reports of several disappearances in neighboring villages. The pattern led us to yours.
Right then. That seems.
There's, yes, I kind of look back at Quinn. There's been disappearances in many places, but Trevana is okay. Okay. Take a breath. Okay, again, I look to Godwin. I'm like, yes, you're a capable kobold. You're a strong, smart kobold, very skilled. People want to be your friend. Okay, I've recentered myself. Do you know where? Does she have a house? Does she have children? Anywhere I can find her notes? Do you guys have a library? Anything like that?
No children, I think. There's rumours around she might have been pregnant when she died.
Oh, that's horrible.
But these are old stories. I mean, you can always talk to the rest of the company. The Druid and Fearbog are out of the town, but Gilbert probably knows what's going on, and Romilly came with her. That whole crew of them, the Nightwell, they all arrived together those years ago, 40, 50 years ago. I was a teen when they arrived.
Did we hear mentions of Romilly? Did I hear any mentions of Romilly from Tismei?
I don't think so.
No?
Unless I mentioned it while I was monologuing
While you were talking about the cleric, yeah.
Oh, yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I would Romilly. So they were all part of a group together.
Well, yeah, a company out of Raywald.
Oh, very interesting. Okay, we're back on track. I turn around to give Quinn a high five. Don't leave me hanging. I'm like up on my toes. It's really hard. You're so tall. Okay, I guess.
So you think, and he this farmer takes a very strong look at Quinn. So who is responsible for this? These other villagers. Did you sort it out there before you came here?
Well, we're not sure yet. So we're still comparing stories between the different villages to try and find similarities between them. But we'll make progress here. I think I have a good feeling about this town. Seems it's full of good people, and
so
we'll
no
get to the
real
bottom
clue
of
there.
this. Nothing we're willing to divulge quite yet. We don't want to show our hand before it's time to.
Seems like an awful lot of soldiers for one baby.
Well, like I said, multiple villages, so I've already said too much as it is. Bizbo and I have to go compare some notes, and as soon as there's more information, we'll be sure to let the village know.
Yes, thank you very much, sir. I go and I reach into my inner vest pocket and pull out a business card. It's definitely not handmade, and I give it to him. If you ever need my services, do not hesitate. I don't know how you don't call.
What contact?
Yeah, I was
Yes,
going to
I
say,
think
contact
it
information.
What is of use?
There was an address in Salzbeck, just so far away. But I don't know. That doesn't even faze me. I'm just like, here, don't hesitate.
The address of your mentor in Salisbury.
Yes,
is that?
his old office.
God.
Yes.
Okay, all right.
That's sufficient.
If you ever don't hesitate to call, I will give you a discount.
How do I
okay.
call? What?
What is
How do
called?
I
Call
even use
upon.
this?
Goodbye, sir. I leave. Queen, let's go find Tismei. I heard her talk of Romilly. It must be a connection. We haven't really spoken much, but why are you here actually? I don't actually know why the army is here. Are you here to look into these disappearances as well, or?
Well, that's not surprising. You don't know why we're here since you're not in the army, which you decided to divulge in the middle of a tavern full of people after I convinced the sergeant to get you out of the camp in the first place.
Yes, I can see why that's an issue. I mean, technically, I'm kind of a part of the army at
Well,
one
you're a part of the
point.
army now because you're here with us.
That was
so...
Doofy, man. That Doofy is gone. We're just gonna say Doofy left. Okay, I'm
Oh,
different kobold.
so the army's not gonna look for any kobold that may have abandoned post.
Queen, look, dude. Do you know that Doofy's been with this unit for like years, and he is a red-scaled kobold. I mean, that's how little they even pair to notice kobolds. You seem
Well-
like you're different, but most of them, you know, I could be any kobold. They wouldn't have any idea.
Well, conversely, that means every kobold is their kobold, and you're the only
God.
kobold within
Right.
200
Shit.
yards. So
The jig is up. I start running.
you can grab it before you can get away.
Oh, oh, you're right. Sorry, Quinn.
Tismei and Esmeralda, you see like over like in the distance like this just scuffle between like Bizbo and I as he like tries to break and run.
Godwin flies down and starts bopping you in the head so lightly. It's not even. He has no force at all. No, Godwin, it's fine. He's a friend. Anyways, Queen, I was. Besides, I don't know why you guys are here, but I was here. And I kind of I get very close to you. I'm actually here investigating. And can you come down? You're so tall compared to me. I can't reach. There's like 3 feet between us. Okay. I'm here looking into the Shadow Fae. Have you heard of them before?
Have I heard of the Shadow Fae before?
I would say so.
In studies, yeah.
Yep.
Why are you here looking for the Shadow Fae?
Because I believe they are the ones responsible for these disappearances. Not only in this village, maybe, but also in the cities. I think there's a big conspiracy going on involving them. And they took my one and only friend, Draco Mallory. Another PI. It was he's the one that actually taught me everything I know. And
Okay, well,
are you also here investigating them?
we hurt my neck. I'm not leaning over.
Yeah, totally.
Too old for that. Well, yeah, we're here to investigate something very similar. Some magic's been reported in the area. Maybe those whole things all linked together. So in the meantime, you're part of the army. Keep a low profile. And let's see if any of the villagers here can help us figure out what the hell is actually going on.
Well, let's go. Let's go back to Tismei. I think she knows this person. This is my only lead right now.
Okay, yeah, that seems like a plan, I suppose.
Okay, I will keep a low profile. I pull out a giant pipe. I just start smoking.
This is your low profile.
Quinn just has just all the blood kind of like drains out of Quinn's face. They're over there, and I'll just kind of point to the left because I'm assuming I was trying to keep an eye on both of them, but one short little kobold here has been a bit distracting.
Sure. But at this stage, your detect magic fades from your vision, but you still see it's Esmeralda's striking. She's got bright shocks of red hair. She's wearing a very vibrant dress. And she's currently walking almost arm in arm with Tismei as they walk across the square to the west part of town, a little bit further away from where you've gone, towards Romilly's house. Romilly lives by herself in a section right on the outskirts of town, right by the river's edge, that seems to abut a section of the forest. Romilly, of course, keeps herself a little bit away. She is the Harridan. She's the midwife, the matriarch of the town, and is not only a cleric but also a confidant. She has birthed all the babies within town, including yourself. And so most of the women folk would speak with her about their marriages, about their children, about their hopes and dreams. And so again, like many of the women in the village before, you would have kind of taken this very short journey just on the outskirts of the village to her house. you immediately, as you approach, see the normal kind of plume of smoke from her chimney. This house is a little unusual. It's probably a little bit run down in that there is more than enough kind of grass and mushrooms and different things growing on the thatch on the top of the roof. The shrubs kind of encroach into the yard. Everything's a little bit more wild and a little bit more unkempt. But the smells of roasting, pies and this general overwhelming sense of warmth and welcome approaches as the two of you arrive at the outskirts. For the keeping a low profile, soldiers behind, you see the girls just walking hand in hand towards the town. Are you keeping a low profile?
If Queen doesn't stop me, I'm gonna Tismei!
Okay.
She stops and turns around.
Must Queen stop.
Oh, hi.
I'm running so fast.
Oh boy.
This best is so cute.
Oh, that's so far away. Whew. That got the old heart rate up. Hi.
You ran like 30 feet, like just not even.
I have tiny legs.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm like a Maltese. I catch up to you. Tismei, hello again. And you, Esmeralda.
Hi. Can I help?
Yes,
Hi.
you can help me. So I found out that the woman I was looking for, Chamana, is actually one of those lovers in the statue.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yes, I thought so too, and almost gave up all hope. But that rather helpful guy over there, didn't catch his name at all, told me that he used to run with, that she used to run with, I believe you mentioned her, Romilly.
Romilly, yes, that's the village cleric, the one who's been training me all of my life.
It's so fortunate.
So do you want me to introduce you to Romilly?
Thank you, I appreciate it so much. Okay, let's go.
No, okay.
Well, I'm sure your enthusiasm is appreciated. This is Tismei's big day today, and time should be taken to get her ready. So maybe we should check to see if this Romilly is okay to have visitors?
That's a good idea. Thank you. Thank you, Esmeralda. We should do that.
Wise words. Okay, I will listen to you.
Okay. She kind of walks up to Romilly's abode.
You tap on the door
yes.
and immediately hear Romilly's voice from within. Come in, child. He's
okay.
Peering down below the stoop, you come into the smoke-enshrouded kitchen and front room of Romilly the cleric. She is a tall woman. She would be 6 foot, with long grey dreadlocks, that is kept back from her head with small pieces of jewellery, little rings that kind of keep the dreadlocks in chain. She has a number of piercings in her nose. You see that she's old. She would be easily pushing on the late 60s, early 70s for a human, but is wiry and healthy and strong within her frame, except for her left arm. You're aware of this from your whole life. Her left arm is malformed and shriveled, almost desiccated, as if the liquid's been brought out of it, as if it's dry. She can still move it, but you see that the movement is kind of creaking and haphazard. Today, though, she isn't wearing her normal homespun dress. Today, you see that clasped on top of her normal gowns and on her normal kind of religious attire is a breastplate, an ornate, old, burnished breastplate, carved with the intertwined vines of the twin gods. And laying on her kitchen table and her bench is a very ornate wooden shield, something you've never seen before. You see that she's moving around and the whole room has this smell of incense and burning herbs, as if she herself has been preparing. She looks up as you come in and says, welcome. Please, dear, have a seat. I was hoping we could chat before the ritual. Oh, you have visitors.
Yes, I wanted to, yes, I met someone, today. I have a friend. This is Esmeralda.
If you
It's
wanted to...
okay.
Yes, and if you wanted to speak to Tismei alone, I'd be more than happy to wait outside. My apologies for the intrusion.
Oh no, any visitor from the sea. Very auspicious. A she on the day of your confirmation. The gods will be shining heavily on you. Please, come in and have some tea.
Wait,
Okay.
thank you.
Quinn? Thankfully, Bizbo's left the room for a moment, but Quinn, are you doing
Thankfully,
anything?
right? Am I right? No, so as they... this is the scene as I see it kind of play out. The two of them enter into the house, and in that moment, Quinn darts over there to Bizbo, and is just kind of gets on you cannot just run up to anyone whenever you want. And so I'm just out there just talking to Bizbo outside. I don't know, closest to the house or door.
He missed all of that, which is
Sorry.
no worries.
Right.
The two women have gone inside and gently closed the door behind them as Quinn rushes up to Bizbo to kind of stop him from following and entering the room.
Okay.
Inside, Romilly says, "So, have you learned the words?"
Yes, of course. I've been practicing ever since you told me.
It's very good. Very good. And Romilly looks towards Esmeralda and says, "Blessed Naya Anor, Itifio Yarila, Ho Iprovidis Kulna Al." She's speaking Sylvan. Blessed is the sun, the face of Yarila, he that provides life to all.
Said that beautifully. I did not realize that humans knew Sylvan.
Well, we've had our chances. We've had our visitors. What brings you to Riverbend?
Well, I wanted to get out of the Feywilds and go explore this world, but by the sounds of it, there have been some troubles that we've been experiencing that have also been happening out in your world as well.
Aye, we had a kappa. Terrible creature of the river. Took a baby. Thankfully, the Reeve's son and our barkeep pup managed to destroy the creature, but the baby is still lost.
It's terrible.
You've had problems like this yourself, on the other side.
There has been some shifting movements in regards to the Fae, but I didn't think it extended this far.
It's terrible. We've seen them increase. I've had dreams. I asked the gods to tell me. They say there's more to come. The Shadow Fae grow. What has happened in the Feywild that would make such a thing happen? Has the veil been diminished?
We're not sure. There have been those that have been leaving the summer court and they have been attending to this shadow court with the Shadow Fae, and I've been tasked to find out more about their movements and what they're doing, but I had no idea it had gotten this terrible. The veil has begun to waver, but I had hoped that this would be an issue that we could repair.
Well, it's certainly comforting to know that the courts have sent one to help. You're welcome in the village.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming.
It's my pleasure, and I will do everything I can to help. But your people have forgotten the ways that we've handed down. They do not cross their bread, and the covenants that we had with the village long before. Has this been lost?
You start to forget. I'm hoping that in time they'll remember once more. I hope as much. A lot of that's got to do with Tismei here. One of their own, taking the priesthood, joining the order, and venerating the old gods. It will be a grand day today. Superstitions, always, should return.
Something.
Tismei, tell me, I've heard the rumors. You still dance?
Well, yes.
I thought that was left long ago.
I mean, I don't do it as often. At all. I just, upon occasion, the house is so small, I have to get out sometimes with, all my siblings running underfoot, and I just, it's not a big deal, right?
Aye, not a big deal. Be careful, though. The forest is dangerous at night.
I'm aware.
Dancing in the shadows can have unknown side effects. It can cause issue. There are creatures out there that will hear your call. Be careful.
I understand. Right. I'll do my best.
You look beautiful. I love the dress. Your mother would be very proud.
Thank you. She's been looking forward to this day for a long time now.
As we have all. I remember when you were born. A real fighter. And a great set of lungs. The whole village woke.
Yep, Mom loves to tell the story.
You make me all very proud. You make us all very proud. Sorry. Common's my fourth language.
I'm a little nervous, but I'm sure everything will be fine.
Sure it will. Everyone. Let's have another cup of tea.
Yes. Oh, I mentioned, and if this is totally inappropriate for this particular day, I completely understand. I just, I don't know if you've heard that some people from the kingdom have showed up in town.
Oh yes, I heard. A couple of children came to tell me. Lots of soldiers in Mac's farm.
Yes. So this is gonna be strange. So there's a kobold who's also a private detective who is investigating one of the statues in the square that thinks that you used to know one of them and wants to talk to you. Mm-hmm.
She looks.
Is that right, Esmeralda? That's about
That
it?
sounds about right. Apparently he'd come looking for this person, but this, as I understand, the lovers have long since passed, and you're the last connection.
Oh, not the last. There are a few more of us in the village, but Why today?
It seemed to have come in with the soldiers. Oh, he has a friend, a kind of friend, also companion. It's ambiguous. Um,
It's strange.
yes, that's the operative word. I I t- I totally understand this isn't really the day for these types of things, but I'd said, or I think I said that I would agree to introduce or bring you, so I thought I should mention. Um, he's hard to miss. He's got a little mechanical spider that follows him around.
He did
Mechanical.
mention that
Of iron. Copper
Yes.
or iron?
Tismei thinks back. I have no idea. I don't remember from the description. I remember the big eyes. What does it look like?
Fitting Bizbo. Constructs made of copper, iron, some other weapon, some other
A
metal.
mix of metals,
Mix.
I would think.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. Yeah. There's definitely probably some bronze and iron. I mean, bronze and copper, but it'd have to be some iron, right? I mean, just structurally.
Sure. So
These
a variety of
sound
metals, I'm
like
not sure.
dangerous creatures.
It didn't strike me as particularly dangerous in the moment. Just kind of just flew around.
Where are they now?
Outside. They just
Outside.
followed- They've been following us a little bit.
Ooh.
I'm sorry.
Following you particularly.
No, well, maybe I've been with Esmeralda the whole time. I'm not sure.
Think carefully, child. Who have they been following? You or Esmeralda?
I have not left her side. It could be me. But should I leave?
Interesting. The men of the kingdom, their magics, particularly the clockwork magics, has profound effect on ancient way. The longer you stay around things made of iron and metal, the more difficult it can be to summon your own spirit. Have you felt anything, child? Have you felt any difference in his when they've been around?
Confused mostly.
With this, she moves to the window and kind of peers out into the front area.
God knows, Eric. What are we doing?
Okay, wait, yeah.
Fantastic question.
So what are we getting? Like, do we take like a secret handshake? Like, what are we doing? Like, what are we thinking here? Like five moves? Maybe just a quick 3? What do you think?
First of all, get that damn pipe out of your mouth and just plug it.
Oh. What? But then, he said I have to have it. It said it brings mood and mystery for the dames.
We don't know anything about the people in this village. In fact, any one of them could be the person stealing the babies. We can't just run up to every person we see and ask them questions.
Didn't they say a kappa stole the baby?
What even is that? Do you know what that is?
James, in my research, have I...
Make a nature check.
Nature? Oh. Yeah.
16? Yeah, sure. Kappa are creatures that live in forests and particularly by rivers that they're known to eat people. They're a monster. They're a river monster, so to speak. That's about the level of what you would know.
It's basically a giant river goblin.
How do you know what a kappa is?
I have many notes on things, both mysterious. What? Here, I have so many books. I have my backpack. Godwin, show him the notes.
And that's the other thing. Get this damn spider and put it back in your bag.
He's not a spider. He is Godwin. He is my friend and companion.
I picture it's just this back and forth, just over and over, until she looks out the window, and then you just happen to catch her, and you're like, "Hi."
I also say, I'm like, he is Godwin, a gyroscopic, oscillating, dirigibilic, winsome intelligence.
Tismei, use the back door. I'll bring them in. I think you two should return to your father.
Okay. Sure.
I'll meet you in the square. I'll meet you in an
Sorry.
hour. We'll bring the ceremony forward. This is a worry.
Okay. I'm so sorry.
Oh no, no need to apologize. These are different times. It is a pleasure to see you, she says to Esmeralda in Sylvan again, which I don't have written, unfortunately. I need an auto-Sylvan translator. It is a pleasure to see you. We'll talk again.
Yes. May the sun shine upon you. And she'll nod to Tismei and let's go.
Yes. We'll head out.
The door opens, the front door, and this rather striking-looking tall human. She's taller than both of you by a long way. She's wiry but athletic, old but seemingly quite physical. Bends down underneath her stoop and looks out beyond her gate towards the two of you. Can I help you, gentlemen?
God, play my intro music.
You play the film noir music?
Yeah, that's what playing music. Hello, fine lady, friend of Tismei. I have come to investigate, and I was looking for a sage by the name of Tremana.
I understand you're looking for my past. Come inside, please, not in the street.
Thank you. This is my companion, Queen.
Queen.
Hello.
Another she.
No, a he.
Please.
A he.
Please, come in. Come inside.
I walk inside like a Bizbo. I look like a guy, right?
I think she. Wait, do I know the term she?
Yep, you would know the term she.
I kind of look at him like
Fine.
he says that, and I look at him and like, does he look? He looks human, right? Or just kind of
Elvish.
Elvish.
Yeah, like pure.
And are all elves she, or is there like a difference between?
Yeah, there is a difference.
So I kind of like she says that he's like, oh, and I look at like you see Bizbo then turn to you, and like kind of like a look of surprises on his face. I mean, it's hard, he's scales, but a look of surprises on his face, and then also a little
like growling,
wariness. No, that can't be. I walk in. I'm very confused now.
Romilly, I am the cleric of this town.
kind of
Those
look around.
girls.
Is no one else in here?
No one else is there. The girls don't seem to be there. Can you both make perception checks if you like?
Okay.
And then Esmeralda, Tismei, are you trying to be sneaky here or just heading back to town?
I guess sneaky. I don't know. Romilly gave the vibe that it was
Yeah.
having a sneak out. So.
Yeah. Well, let's try and make stealth checks, but I think with those kind of rolls, a natural 20 and an 18.
Stealth is not my vibe.
Just a kobold and his companion.
It really isn't.
Esmeralda's not meant to stealth. She's meant to stand out.
There's just they're just walking through like a whole bunch of pots and pans that were just left.
No, they're being very, very stealthy, but Esmeralda's singing as she walks away from the
Goodbye.
You guys hear the door close as you enter, the back door close, and you hear the soft, not singing, but humming of Esmeralda as she's replicating the tune that she probably heard back in the tavern earlier today, or the film noir soundtrack you played within the tavern.
Everyone.
The film noir sound.
She can't get the jazz out of her head.
Can't. Once it's in there, It's like a worm. It really digs deep, infects your soul.
I think Quinn. I don't know. I think Quinn would kind of pick up that there's been, like they're leaving and we're not expected to follow. Kind of like, I don't know if like what Bizbo would pick up.
Please, gentlemen, take a seat.
We didn't
I've not
mean
seen
to...
a kobold in these parts ever. Haven't seen one in years. Not since I left the capital. What brings such esteemed members of the kingdom to our far-flung place?
I kind of give Quinn another sidelong look.
We didn't mean to offend anyone here. We met the girls in the tavern, and my friend here is... well, both of us are pursuing the missing babies from the village. Baby from the village. We didn't mean any offense.
Really?
Yes?
What have you heard? This is news. News spread to the capital so fast about a missing baby.
Well, there's been disappearances all over, it seems, and we mobilized a unit in this direction and caught wind all along the way that something had happened in this village, and hot on the trail, we headed directly here.
This is a little deceitful, isn't it? In terms of
it's absolutely deceitful. This is the reason he's been fed since he's been here, so he just keeps using it over and over again.
Let's make a deception check.
Bizbo's line about hunting down Shadowfae or something.
Let's make a deception check.
Especially.
Oh.
Yeah.
She raises an eyebrow, knowledgeable eyebrow. What's your interest in Tismei?
She seemed really nice. She told me a lot of stuff. She has a nice dress on. She said she would introduce me. Just, good. Seems like a good dame.
Oh, God.
God, Quinn immediately just gets pale in the face. He doesn't know what that means.
But,
very intriguing.
Yes, like my friend here, he did say I was his friend. I came here, I just traveled along with the army. I am here as a private investigator. I had done research and discovered that the sage Shramana Ilvasa lived here, and I needed to ask her questions, but it's so sad that she is gone. But I was hoping you might know of what her research is, her books. I know she was an author of great repute. I really need to read her notes and research to help me. As my friend here said, there's disappearances all over the cities, and she might have great insight into it, and I think I can help.
She is long gone. Dead many years. Who would have used her name? How would you have found her?
In the great libraries of the capital, I hit the scales to the pavement, as it were, and as to the asphalt, to the cobblestones. Sorry, that's what we have. The scales to the cobblestones. And I just discovered in an obscure book. She said that she was an author of, and I get close to try to whisper, but you're 6 feet tall. I get on a chair to dramatically whisper to her. She was the author of, I don't think I can pronounce this, but it's the Feytouched and their effects on magic in the shadow. Have you heard of this book?
Knew she did many writings, but that was before she came here. This is back in the old times where... I see. I'm afraid if she notes if she had kept any, probably long gone. I'm sorry. Gilbert might know. You've met Gilbert in town already, I presume.
Have we? Who's Gilbert?
No.
No, not yet. Maybe Tismei can introduce me.
Perhaps.
She said she would.
I'm intrigued. Why do you follow down these paths? This is dangerous magic. These are not good things that you are researching. Things best left forgotten.
I'm looking more nervous. She's saying this. Yes. I look back at Quinn.
Well,
Trimbana was an old friend, a trusted companion, and a strong soldier. Her death was awful, tragic, terrible effect. Her sacrifice was great, but she trucked with dark magic. It's very dangerous. I fear this is something you should let go.
Well, that sounds very scary, but I can't, somebody has to stand up to things when they're going wrong, and you can't look to, no offense, Quinn, the government to help the little man. Sorry, no offense, Quinn. You're not offended, right? Okay. There's things going on that's nobody seems to realize or is willing to help. And it takes a gumshoe like me and my friend Drake, who has also disappeared, and I am looking for him as well.
Who? Who has disappeared?
Drake Mallory. You have heard of him, right? He is the best PI in Salzbeck. And a huge alcoholic.
Salzbeck's miles away. Why do you bring this to here?
As I say, Termana had insight into the things that I think are affecting the kidnappings, disappearances.
I need to talk to people about this. This is an ill omen. And with this magic around these contraptions, I can feel it. The iron is... This is not good.
What isn't?
Technology and the kingdom coming here at this time. If the veil is weaker... I've just gone German, sorry. If the veil is weaker... Oh, no. Please, leave us at this time. I've a few things to prepare. We can talk later, but if you would, please leave those girls alone. This is a big day for Tismei. And she needs to be clear of her mind, clear in her focus. Please don't disturb them again today.
Of course, sorry, we maybe got a little caught up in all this. We just wanted to meet the village and get to know the people, and we don't mean to cause any trouble.
I fear you're bringing trouble whether you want to cause it or not. Please. I have to prepare. She gestures towards the door.
Thank you so much. I reach in and give her a business card. If you find any leads, don't hesitate to contact me.
Oh,
we're at the farm.
But what do I do this? Yeah, Max Farm, yes? Why do you write an address on Salzbeck if...
I don't, it's just something my friend told me to do. Is you just network, you pass out cards. Because it's like a cast 100 lines. Eventually, you'll get to fish, kind of thing.
Okay. Perhaps best you.
Okay.
Go.
Yeah, we'll leave.
You got it.
With that, guys, I think we're going to take a short break, if that's okay. I just need to wrangle a little bit of technology and prepare for our next scene. And when we return, Tismei's confirmation right around the corner. So thanks for joining us. Stick around. We'll be back in a short while. Thanks very much.
Cool.
2, 1.
And welcome back to Feytouched. Thanks everyone for sticking around for our little break. And we'll get right back into the game. When last we met, just before the break, our group had met with Tismei's cleric mentor, the Harridan of this town, the most, experienced cleric within town, or the only other cleric in town, I should say, Romilly, who had a couple of little chats. First, identifying Esmeralda for what she really is, a she from the Feywild, but also a very concerning chat with Bizbo and Quinn about their arrival within Riverbend and what that might bring. And Bizbo's journey to discover more about what had happened to his mentor that has led him here into this village with what seemingly he's stumbled upon some kind of forbidden, dark shadow magics. We rejoin our game a short time later. The centre of Riverbend is awash with people. The festive atmosphere that's been building for most of the day hits a crescendo just before sunset. As the shadows start to grow, most of the village start to come towards the centre of town for the major celebration of the day. The confirmation of a new cleric is a significant thing for this rural community. The worship of the twin gods and the ability to give more devoutly, to pray more vehemently and more fervently is important. A second cleric in town would allow for a more fertile harvest, more fertile births of the livestock and more children. As the four of you gather towards the centre of this village, there's very much a festive air, very much a celebration. The farmers are thankful. Your mother is proud. The children are excited about what's going on here. Most haven't had to do work today. Today's been somewhat of a holiday. And it's been tempered only slightly by the arrival of the soldiers from the kingdom. You see that the main patrol that arrived with Quinn and Bizbo is still here, still warily keeping an eye on everything that's going on. And your sergeant, Sergeant von Funkstad, has also come down from the mansion where the lieutenant is still talking with the mayor for quite a significant amount of time, as it turns out to be. And as you all gather towards the centre of the square, Romilly emerges from the back of the crowd. Her hair, still dreadlocked and still tied with the ring, is also now encircled with a beautiful circlet of fresh vines and flowers. And you notice that her breastplate is while still burnished, she wears a cloak behind it. She looks very much a soldier, very much a warrior, something that most of the village has not ever seen before. These are her true cleric garbs. Romilly is a retired adventurer, looks battle-hardened. She looks strong. And despite the fact that her left hand is shriveled and desiccated, she still holds the shield quite firmly within her arm. It seems to be strapped on, meaning that her hand is free. As she strides her way through the crowd, everyone parts. And there, underneath the statue of the twin lovers, sits Tismei. Her vestments beautifully pressed, her homespun cloth beautifully made, and like her mentor, around her head another beautifully pressed circlet of flowers. Romilly walks through the crowd, places her spare hand on her shoulder, and whispers to her, "Don't be nervous. This is a fine day. Be proud. You have earned this."
Thank you.
Tismei, Romilly stands next to you and then gestures her one hand to quieten down for the crowd and opens her mouth to speak. And as she does so, you hear the sounds of wind start to whisper in from the west. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to our ceremony. It has been 40 years since a new cleric has been confirmed. A new cleric of Yarila and Porovit, the twins of the natural wheel. It is a beautiful time, and we can give thanks. We can give thanks to Tismei, who has worked so hard, studied so hard, and has made us all so proud. Tismei, she bows towards you.
Tismei.
She says, "Blessed na'i anor inif o yurela ho I provides quil na'al."
Tismei responds, "Blessed is the sun and the face of Irilla, he that provides life to all."
Tismei, can I get you to make a perception check, please?
Can do. Perception. Yeah, perception. I like that one.
14. Out the corner of your eye, standing beneath the shade of an oak tree by the tavern, you see a woman, a cloaked woman in the shadows. Blessed na I rost, I tears o Yarila, ho I nourish with honne nor.
Blessed is the rain, the tears of Yarilla, he that nourishes with his sorrow. Tismei, as she's saying it, is going to glance around to see if anyone else notices. It seems to be noticing or anything, this person.
No,
Maybe they look out of place.
It doesn't look like it. And as you look towards her under the tree, she raises a hand towards you and seems to be shifting it slightly. As she does, you feel a single tear drop from the corner of your eye and kind of flush down your face.
Oh gosh. I reach up to touch it.
It's milky. Like a skim milk. Blessed na ithul I rank o Yarila, ho e bestow she a berry aman with honpolod.
Blessed is the wind, the arm of Yarilla, he that would bestow peace and protect us with his strength. She's gonna give Romilly or try to give Romilly a kind of strange look or something to see if she noticed.
As you say these words, the wind starts to pick up. And on the wind, carried on this breeze, you hear the song. The song of twilight you danced earlier today to. You can feel the magic coming through the wind. The magic of the twilight, not the magic of the twins. Romilly looks concerned at your face. She hasn't seen the tear, but I guess she's reacting to your questioning thought.
I guess. Does she hear any sort of origin point for the song, or is it just kind of in the air?
In the air, carried on the wind from the west.
Okay. She's just going to reach into one of her yeah, she still has a pocket. Reach into one of her pockets where I presume she would have still kept something, either a symbol or an amulet, something that reminds her of Sarastra.
Yep.
And just hold on to it.
Just in your hand?
Yes.
Awesome. Romilly looks and nods questioningly, as in, should we continue?
She'll give her a nod back and say yes.
Blessed na aguath, I embrace o porvit. He brings cool amins bellies.
Blessed is the soul, the embrace of poor of it, she that brings life to our bellies. But as she's saying these words, while the words coming out of her mouth, she's not really focused on them anymore. Her mind has kind of started to think about this song, and she's more focused, actively thinking about that.
Can you make another perception check, please?
Yep, can do.
You feel it. The second you say blessed is the soil, you feel your feet. And looking down directly beneath your own feet, you see the soil is moving, churning. Not in a big way, in a subtle way, as if something's moving beneath the soil, only beneath your feet. And as you look down, you see the writhing worms starting to break the surface of the earth.
Tismei's gonna jump up probably at that. Yeah, just would react and probably would stand up suddenly.
Yep. Romilly reaches to grab you as if, and looks down at what you're looking at. She doesn't seem to see anything.
She'll whisper and say something's wrong.
What? We must continue. Reluctantly, I guess she will not sit back down if she doesn't have to. No. We can stand. She stands with you, grasping your hand. Be strong.
Okay. Yeah, sure. She'll have one hand holding on to Raleigh, the other hand is still in her pocket, holding on to the other symbol. And she'll pull it out for a moment just to glance at it.
Romilly is just locked in your eyes and continues.
Okay.
Blessed na I trees, I dance o porvit, he I lifts min spirits with gel.
Blessed is the trees, the dance poor of it, she that lifts our spirits with joy.
You look to the trees.
Yeah.
Within the trees of this village, the village you've grown all your life, you see that the ancient oaks are swaying slowly together as all the trees in town seemingly bending and wavering in unison and in time.
Another glance at Romilly. Is she reacting? Does she seem to be reacting to this?
He doesn't seem to see it.
Solid. Okay.
Beneath the tree, in front of you, you see the woman, the black shrouded woman, moving now out of the shadows and moving towards the square. Beneath the shroud of her cloak, all you see is stars. A sheen of stars where her face would be as she reaches out towards you.
Oh, seems like a sign. Tismei will just, I guess, pause for a second and just be transfixed by this person. And she'll go to Romilly and just say, I don't know if I can do this.
We're almost done. Of course you can. Be strong. Be strong. You can do this.
And she just keeps looking back at the woman in the crowd, or the cloaked figure in the crowd.
Say the words and you will be confirmed. Blessed na isan plural cerni, I pelod imun nanef, abutira aman sui with min shield. Say the words, you'll be confirmed.
Before she continues, she just looks out one more time at the person in the crowd. Are they moving towards her or anything?
She stops about 50 feet away from you and puts up both hands. And in your mind, you just hear, join me.
And is the song still on the wind?
Oh, absolutely. The trees still dance and the worms still writhe.
Tismei will just take another moment, look at Romilly, look at the amulet in her hand, look out at the lady and just say, I'm so sorry. And she's gonna try to take a step towards her and not complete it. Yeah, she's going to go towards the woman in the crowd.
The woman, the darkened woman, emerges from the crowd and takes a step forward. You hear the gasps of your family. You hear the, oh no, from your mother. You hear the stunned silence of the village as you lose Romilly's hand and merge towards the shadowy figure. As you do, the white, milky residue runs down your eyes. And you feel your right eye cloud over entirely. You feel the ridges within your skin as the horns start to grow. As Sarastro, the herald of night, grasps you by both hands. Immediately from behind, there is a thunderclap as the wind stops. The ritual incomplete. The crowd seem to be completely in shock. Behind, a figure emerges on top of the statue of the lovers. Tismei, quiet, stoic, unseeing and unnoticing those around, holds her hands up high in the middle of this circle as you hear Romilly go, oh no, no. The figure that emerges on top of the statue is incredibly unusual. A dark bearded man, but with hooves rather than feet. He has two large protruding antennae. You notice that in one hand he has a long staff and his eyes glow baleful with fire. He crops on top of the statue and laughs. I guess this is not what you're supposed to think would be happening right now, yes? I'm sorry. We thought we would introduce ourselves some more. This one, I think you call her Tismei. I'm terribly sorry, but she's promised to someone else. We have a appointment, so you speak. Yes? Appointment with Omuata in the forest. Sorry to say your celebration might not work so well for you. But this is okay, because Omuata is very powerful. Far more powerful than you guys, because you guys are not so powerful. I look at you and your weapons, and you don't look so good. Omuata is a great hag. And she wants this one. We need 3, apparently. We have a coven to make. So I thought we'd make this one. Sorry you wanted priests to look after cows and donkeys and things, but not today. Today I'll take this one into the forest. We make a coven with her, okay? I'm sure you agree. Tismei looks stoic, unmoving, white tears running down her face. Okay, boys, let's pick her up. And from the pond nearby, in the center of the village square, 3 bulbous-looking creatures emerge from the swamp. They roll out of the pond, rolling towards the statue. These nasty little boggles start to smile and jeer as they roll towards Tismei, standing alone in the center of the square. Now, these things you 3 do see. Tismei does not. Tismei sees it but is unable to move, instead transfixed with the shadowy woman. What do you 3 do?
What kind of question is that? After what we just watched.
Esmeralda is immediately bolting forward and putting herself as a barrier to these little boggles that are moving forward.
I turn to Quinn. So is this like performance art, you think? Or so intricate. I did not expect it out here in the boons.
I think you may have been onto something, Bizbo.
What do you mean?
Something is not going on. Something is not well in this village.
Oh, those aren't part of the ceremony?
No.
Oh shit, let's go to war!
All right, so what I'll do, I'll just get the combat tracker up and get a little map up so you can see what's
Can I have
going
done an
on.
action before that, or is that...
Nope.
Okay.
Cast a little mage armor or something. You ready to go to the battle map, or you want 1 second?
Give me 1 sec. Let me load you up, and then you guys can actually position yourselves where you would like to be. I'll put you where I think you would be, but anyway, welcome to Riverbend Square.
Mage armor. Sorry, go on.
In this crazy little battle map.
I think we'd be in the back, kind of, right, Bizbo? Like after our talk with
I would have followed your lead, man.
After our talk with Tismei's cleric, we probably would have kept our distance a little bit.
I mean, but I want to see the ceremony. I figure I'd either have to be up on your shoulders, so either you gave me upsies, or
Absolutely
we went to the front.
absolutely not.
Then I must have been at the front of the crowd because I wouldn't be able to see otherwise.
Okay.
So
then we
from
started at the back, and
purely...
you've slowly worked your way forward, and I've had to
Yeah,
follow
that's
you
right.
the whole time.
Has everyone got the map up? Can everyone see it okay?
Yes.
yes.
So I've got Esmeralda at the back of the family, hanging out by kind of what looks to be a farm. I've got Bizbo and Quinn out the front of the tavern with a number of soldiers around. You see Romilly in the center by the statue of which this creature is standing on top. and Tismei's off looking towards a tree into the distance. Everyone got where they are?
Yes.
I think it works.
I would like everyone to roll initiative. Here we go, guys. First big group combat of the game. I'm going to put on some crazy combat music, and we are going to be fine.
It's going to be fine.
Should I still roll?
Yeah, absolutely.
How much clanging? Pushing.
Pushing. All right.
Just
Immediately that this happens, Natrini Alathair, the sister of Tismei, strangely goes first and screams, "No! My sister, no!" And is going to rush towards her to try and embrace her. You see that your sister, your older sister, moves out, puts a hand on you, Tismei, and as you do, your eyes lose the vision. You lose the view of the woman and instead are forcefully kind of shaken by your sister, and you get a sense already that your right eye is clouded. You're not completely blind out of it, but it's absolutely blurry, like as if you can barely see out of this. You can get a sense that it's filmed over with white. Quinn, on the other side of the square, underneath the room, the tavern, you see the creature on top of the statue and these three little boggles moving their way out of the swamp towards Tismei. What would you like to do?
Jesus. I think he's just gonna very quickly. Let's see, what's my distance here? All my practice now with Fantasy Grounds is gonna come to light here.
Distance to where?
Just what's the distance? My distance to the guy in the middle here. How do I pull it up? How do I do the distance?
To the guy on top. I'll just do 40 feet. To the top of the statue.
Okay, so no, I need 20 for daggers. So I will, yeah, I mean, yeah, fuck this guy. Did I hear his soliloquy? I didn't, right?
Yeah, you heard his soliloquy,
I did? Okay.
for sure. Yeah.
Okay. And then, yeah, I'll step up, oh god. 5, 10, 15, 20. And I will just release a dagger. So just flip open the inside pocket, and as part of my draw action, I can draw a dagger and throw it at the same time.
Yep.
So I will do that.
You add any of your little mustard on it?
Oh yeah, I guess I should probably do the things that I've made my character to do. So I will Hunter's Mark him.
Yep.
That's a bonus action, right?
It is bonus action. I've done that. Yep.
Thank you. Thank God you know Fantasy Grounds well. Okay, we're doing it. Dagger.
So at the top of your actions page, roll the black dice to hit. Yep. And you fling the first dagger, and it goes harmlessly over the creature's head as you move forward in combat maneuver. That's your movement and your action, I believe.
That's and bonus action with Hunter's Mark.
Bonus
right?
action. You've got 2 more spaces to move if you want to use your full movement.
I'll stay.
You'll stay.
Yeah.
Okay. The creature laughs. Small knife. You miss it daily. You mortals are so stupid. And from inside his vest, he pulls out what looks to be a long flute. And he starts to play it. So what I'd like everyone to do is... Hang on a minute. Where am I?
Well, you guys are all fine. I'm the one that's screwed.
I'd like everyone to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Okay.
So on your main page, on your character sheet, on the right-hand side, you'll see Wiz, and we need 14s.
Oh, God.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, nice.
Nice.
In Tismei, you were fine. Let me quickly do it so for the soldiers. Soldiers are not. Let me go for the sergeant. Sergeant is not. Family. Okay. Natrini is okay. All right. As he plays this song, he smiles and nods. And you suddenly are overcome by laughter. You watch as the soldiers start to and start to kind of fall, writhing on the floor with laughter. This is Tasha's hideous laughter, and anyone who's failed is now prone and laughing. So I believe that was all the soldiers, Bizbo, and Esmeralda, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let me grab the effect. Sorry, come on, Fantasy Grounds. Let's do it. Esmeralda's prone. Bizbo is prone. Bizbo. You can't help it. You're rolling around. You can't stop laughing. Make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Make a wisdom saving throw, please. The end of your turn, but you break the charm. So you are no longer laughing. But that's your turn, I'm afraid.
He's not stupid.
Guard 1, still laughing. Guard 2, still laughing. Guard 3, breaks the charm. Guard 4, breaks the charm. So I've got 2 charmed and 2 not as the boggles move up. First boggle is going to go try and get past Quinn like this to try and grab Tismei. Quinn, you have an attack of opportunity against it as it moves past you if you wish to take it.
I will. Can I draw and not throw?
Yeah.
With the reaction?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, draw and stab. Yep, draw and stab. That sounds fine. So use the top one,
Okay.
which won't use your ammunition. Yep. Completely missing as this thing rolls past you, slimily towards Tismei. As the second one comes under the other arm, it's almost as if they're kind of bouncing around you as they roll past, yeah? The first boggle is going to try and grab Tismei. That is a 20. That hits. Can I get you to make a strength check for me, please, Tismei?
Check.
Yep. Wow.
Yeah.
It latches onto your hand. One hand.
Tismei, you're gonna have a great second character.
Yeah.
the second boggle also tries to grab you, and this one misses. Esmeralda, you can't help but find this hilariously funny. Can I get you to make a wisdom saving throw, please?
Please.
But you do break the charm, so that prone is now ended as you're able to get back up. But that is your turn.
Mm-hmm.
Your mother, Tismei, is still charmed and still rolls around laughing. Tismei, your turn.
Okay. Am I grappled by one of them, you said?
Yep, one of them's grabbed you. Yep.
Okay. One.
So you're not restrained. You can still do things, but you can't move. Your movement's 0.
And to clarify, I presume since this was my confirmation that I did not bring any of my weapons.
I think you can assume that. Yep.
Okay, yeah, I figured. Cool.
That's
So,
brutally harsh of me, but yes.
it only makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so bonus action, I will bring out my spiritual weapon.
Yep.
Um,
Ooh, good one. Let
in
me
that-
place that.
That same viney kind of whip with the black tendrils will happen
Yeah.
next to me. Where is it? Cast.
Grab it.
Always a tentacle.
Oops,
Hang on a minute.
That casted it as
Yeah, that will miss anyway with an 8. Just give me a sec to get the spiritual weapon up. Where have you gone?
Oops. Sorry, Esmeralda. I forgot to
I
target
was just
it.
like, wait a minute, hold on.
I forgot to target it.
All right,
Don't
this
move,
is actually-
Esmeralda. I'll whip you out of that laughing fit.
And this is actually your last second level spell slot too, by the way, because
Yes.
we haven't had a long rest since last time. So, yeah, so you lash it out at the boggle with the spiritual weapon. It does not hit with an 8. What would you like to do as your main action?
Okay, that was a bonus action, so I can do
Yep.
a cantrip.
You can do a cantrip.
Do I have Sacred Flame?
Sacred Flame on the boggle that's grabbed you?
Yes.
No problem. Sacred Flame is a saving throw spell, so yep, by all means, roll the dice to see if it saves or not.
Okay. Save.
And it succeeds, so it resists the spell, I'm afraid.
Okay.
So that's 2 misses, a successful saving throw, and a 3. Well, not doing well at the moment, guys. So that's your movement. You're grappled and can't move. Sergeant von Funkstad is going to try and break out of the laughter, and does not. Is still charmed.
He loves comedy. What are you going to say?
Your father. Oh my God! Doesn't break the charm. Romilly. Oh my God! Is still laughing.
What are you playing on the panpipes? Yeah, you like yakety sax?
It's just as smooth. It's the smoothest jazz I've ever heard.
Natrini, your sister, just screams and goes to just punch the boggle next to you to try and get its arms off you, and does not. Quinn, over to you.
Well, I Hunter's marked the wrong person, probably. I guess seeing now them go after the Trini, I will adjust. Actually, what does that do?
So use your bonus action to transfer the Hunter's Mark.
Oh, can I do that? I thought you could only do that on
Yep.
death. Oh, then yeah, I'll do that.
I believe you.
and I'll-
Oh, perhaps you're right. Let me
I think
quickly check
I thought
that.
it was only on death.
Yes, that's correct. Sorry, only on death. My bad.
Okay, alright, sorry. It's a fair game played by gentlemen and gentlewomen. Yeah, I'll just attack then the whichever boggle is holding Latrini. I believe it's the
Okay.
second one. I'm not sure which one.
It's boggle number 1 is holding Latrini. Yep.
Okay.
So let me target that for you. Hang on a minute. Okay, go.
Alright, and then
And you're using Planar Warrior as your bonus action?
well, no, because that's concentration. So that
Of
would
course. So you would. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Sorry, my bad.
I'm
Yeah.
stuck right now. I'll just
Okay.
run it behind and try and give it a good old stab here with the dagger.
Oh, okay. So not throwing, but just stabbing. Okay.
Yeah, not okay. Doesn't matter.
Wow, that's a 1.
Oh,
That's impressive. Any bonus actions for you?
No, thank you. Big debut here, not doing that well.
Wayne, it's okay. You're having just an off day.
The Sea Lang is like, what are you doing? Leave her alone. It's fine. We just take her and do the thing. Oh, no. Okay. And pulls the flute down, pulls out a short bow, and takes a shot at Quinn.
This bastard.
And that's a 9, which misses. So over to Bizbo. You
Natural
are-
20 if I had to guess how this fight's gone.
Bizbo, it's over to you. What would you like?
I get up and I say, leave my friend alone with your horrible playing of pipes. And he's not stupid. He's just a little dim. I reach in to my
talking
joke. What? I reach into my
That called
jacket.
stupid.
He called you stupid.
Okay, I got it.
And then there's there's like a handle on the string, and I pull it, and my backpack flings open, and a giant metal square launches from my backpack right over here. Well, actually, how far can I? Let me actually look at my abilities. Yeah. Right in front of me. Okay, it flies right in front of me. And then this square makes a as it hits the ground, it starts making steam starts blowing off of it, and the sound of like a large train horn, like just way too large for its size. As it starts, the square itself starts like shooting out legs and just starts like mutating and then conforms into. Can I have my magical cannon?
You can. Yep. Of course you can.
Right here. I don't know how I do the click right in front of me. How do you do an indicator?
You hold.
There he is. You should be able to move him around. Can you move him around?
Okay. Yes, right here.
Yep.
This giant square thing.
He's spinning around.
Okay, spinning around. This starts making all these crazy like things start popping, and this rectangle goes into this giant eldritch. I guess I'm gonna say it's like a turtle. It turns into a mechanical turtle.
Right.
Yes. And it looks kind of cute at first, but then its eyes glow red, and I guess I use my bonus action.
Yep.
To launch at that guy. And its
the
mouth
guy
opens.
on top. Yep.
Yeah, the guy on top. Its mouth opens, and like wind and debris starts sucking into it as its shell gets bigger and bigger, and then it starts making a noise, and then just goes whoosh, and all the air is just shot out of its mouth. So I'm gonna use the Force Ballista.
So on the NPC sheet that I just shared with you, you should have Force
nice.
Ballista down there. If you hover over ranged attack +6 to hit, it should go blue, and then you can double click it. Boosh! That will hit. Fantastic.
So if you move over all that build up.
Doing a grand total of 10 points of damage, and the creature is literally knocked off the
awesome.
the statue. Let me do.
It's a true nightmare turtle.
Save. Here we go.
Quinn looks over his shoulder and goes,
"Oh no!" It rolls a natural 1 to on the recovery. Takes 4 more points of damage from dropping to the ground, and is now prone.
I loosened them up for you, Quinn.
"You had that in your backpack the whole time?"
Yes. It's highly explosive, but it's fine. It's a prototype. I'm just glad it worked.
We're all glad it worked.
So that was your action and the bonus action to attack. Yep. Do you move at all?
No.
All right. Guards.
All right, I'm gonna have my cannon's gonna move a little bit, just like here. So.
All right. Both the guards that were laughing are still laughing, but these two that stopped laughing get to their feet. One charges in towards the first boggle that has the hold of Tismei, and with his spear is going to attack. Rolls a 17 to hit, doing a grand total of 2 points of damage, because that's guards for you. The other one, who's only just got back onto his feet, can move down to here, and he takes one look at this cannon at his feet, and looks back towards the kobold and says, "What is this?" and points towards it.
I actually haven't named it yet. It's a prototype. Don't touch it.
The boggle, having been attacked by the guard, excretes oil.
Uh-oh.
This blackened oil seems to come out of everywhere with a kind of fart kind of smell as the boggle kind of secretes this black viscous-like puddle. So I need Quinn and the guard to make a dexterity save, please. The guard keeps his feet. Quinn, you fall over and you are now prone. It waits for the other boggle to try and attack the Trenny, who's going to try and grab her. Not Latrenny, sorry, Tismei. Misses as the third boggle moves past the spiritual weapon to grab her as well. And this time hits. Another strength check for me, please.
This will go well. Oh, better.
Oh, nice. Yeah. The creature grabs you, but you shrug it off with an arm as the other one is desperately trying to grab you as it's excreting this liquid, moving backwards. Esmeralda, you are no longer laughing and get to your feet. What would you like to do?
Esmeralda is going to charge forward. See if I can move. 10, 15, 20, 25.
Yep, you'll move around, but I can get you to there if you want to. If you want to encounter
Yeah.
both. Yep.
And she is going to have another sword burst, so I will need them to make a dexterity saving throw.
These creatures that you choose, or is it all creatures within?
It's
Each creature within range.
Yes.
So, but it's only 5 feet, so you won't hit Quinn. Yep, I get it.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
Right.
So can you roll that little dex save button for me on sword burst?
The dex save button.
Yep. So just on the cantrip where it says sword burst, there we go. And so it looks as though both succeed. So both dodge out of the way, I'm afraid.
Okay. And then as her bonus,
Yep.
as her bonus action, she is going to burn Pass Without a Trace to get 2 sorcery points back.
Okay. Nice. As in you burn a spell
Slot to get points back.
Okay, so that means so that's a second level spell slot you use, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, beautiful. Excellent. Tismei, over to you. What would you like to do?
Okay. I would like to once again bonus action use my spiritual weapon to attack the boggle that is trying to grab me and drag me wherever.
Sure. Yep. Make the roll.
Okay. Spiritual. Oh.
How's it gone?
That is. My second level spells disappeared. But
Yeah, that's cool. Okay. It's one of the things with Fantasy Grounds, unfortunately, when you tick that you've used your last second level spell, all your second level spells disappear. So that's okay. I've just added it back. So make your roll for the spiritual weapon.
Thank you.
That will hit. Nice one. Do some damage.
Better. Okay.
10 points of damage. Ah! As the black ooze just spills out from it once more. What's your main action?
Sacred Flame once again. Again,
Okay.
I'm the one
That's got you?
me.
Does it ignite the oil? No, it doesn't.
Oh, I totally forgot. I wasn't. Yeah. Tismei was not paying that much attention.
Make a roll for Sacred Flame and see if he dodges out of the way. And does. Rolls out of the way. They're fast little buggers, these things, as he rolls. Sergeant von Funkstad is going to try and resist laughing. He's still laughing and writhing around the floor. And does. So he's now in the game as of now. Eldritch, it is Romilly's going to also try and get out of this spell. And does not. Is still laughing. So top of the round. Win.
I had to stand up since I was knocked prone, I think, from something
Yep.
slippery.
Yep.
He will pick his dagger up off the ground and kind of look at the bottle next to him. And so I can use Planar Warrior without concentrating, so I'll use that on this one.
Yep.
I think it's the first one.
Got him. Yep.
And then I'll just stab again here with the dagger. Gotta hit sometime, right?
And you do. So now do the second Planar Warrior button to do the extra damage. This turns it into force damage and adds a d8.
I did
Excellent.
twice, sorry.
I did it twice. Let me get rid of one of them. And then roll your damage on your weapon, on your dagger.
I think I did that twice as well, sorry.
No, that's okay. No, you did it once. As Quinn comes up from the back, drawing a second dagger out from his wrist, and just drives it into the creature's shoulder. The creature just kind of dissolves into this puddle of black ooze. There's no more. Nice one. Bonus actions and any movement. you'd like to do.
Planar Warrior's a bonus action, so
Okay.
movements I'll stay here.
Okay. Select. No. I tell you, we mean you no harm. We just want to take her, okay? Everyone be cool. Everyone be very cool.
You're not cool. You're uncool.
You be cool.
Yeah, the right, Queen. You be cool, man.
Let's have a look. Now, it's a 30-foot cone. Let me grab this. Anyone with a 30-foot cone?
That's not what you want to hear. It's a
Oh no.
cone. Most of the characters are standing right here, side by side.
I have my coat makes me immune to cones.
So can I have Esmeralda and Queen make a wisdom saving throw, please?
I don't think my turtle is affected.
Oh, resist Esmeralda. Oh, resist Quinn. Nice. You both resist the fear. Oh, to be fair, he probably needed to move to there just so he could see you. So I'll do that first. But you resist the fear. Well done. Bizbo, your turn.
Okay. Not cool to take Tismei on her special day. She's probably would be a friend. Okay, so this boggle's here, but it looks like there's enough people there, so this guy is really pissing me off. Yes. Okay. First I'll just shoot him. I mean, he's up on the thing again?
No, he's in front of the thing.
Okay. Well, I'll shoot him first.
It's a -2 because Romany's kind of in the way.
I ignore half cover.
Of course you do. Oh, because of your... Yes, you do.
That's right. I'm going to shoot him. Whoops, I don't know why that rolled 2 die. And it's 2.
Natural ones.
Wow.
That was your force ballista. Yep, that will.
Okay. I don't know why I have
Oh,
disadvantage.
sorry. That's my bad. I still had him as prone. Either way, 2 natural ones. That's okay.
Okay, yep. That misses.
Yep.
The turtle starts like sparking and like whirring, like 'cause it's a prototype. I forgot to add a bolt. Okay, I don't like this guy. I'm going to throw out my boom 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 tube, which is I throw out a little circle, and then press a button, and it just instantly grows into like a kind of a circular dragon, with one mouth facing up this way, and then its backside like this. And then I want to pull out an acid vial and drop it into its rear end.
Yeah, okay.
With my boom 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 tube. So here we go. I don't know why I rolled that.
He dodges out of the way, I'm afraid.
Shit.
Oh, that was very close. You almost hit me with that thing. Be careful.
Where does this acid vial go in this small
Oh,
town?
it keeps going until it hits something.
The acid explodes onto the stones near the feet of the creature.
I just burn that stone thing.
Starts to burn the statue of the lovers.
God.
Blackened.
That's good. That's good. They'll love that.
Their most beloved statue, yeah.
I can fix that, it's fine.
Any movement from you?
Nope, that was a bad turn.
The guards start to surround these boggles. First one attacking with his spear and hitting it. The second one moving towards here. You know what? It's going to throw the spear at the ceiling in the middle of the town. Let's see how he goes. And the spear goes wild. 3.
Automatic miss. Natural one.
Yeah. Moves into this boggle around the side. It's going to attack. Also missing. These guards are great, worth every penny. This is the extra the soldier.
Are these the soldiers that we brought into town?
The elite soldiers of the king.
The elite
yeah.
fighting guard. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. And also missing. That's great. All right, the boggles continue desperately to try and attack Tismei. Here we go. First one. Misses with a natural 1. Wow, everyone's having a great day today. And the second one hits with an 18. So please make a strength save. Sorry, a
Save or
strength
check?
roll. Strength check.
Okay.
No, you resisted. You managed to roll better than them. So
okay.
Esmeralda, it's back over to you.
So Esmeralda's going to whirl around to face this creature, and then Sylvan will tell him, "You're not taking her anywhere." I'm burning 2 sorcery points so I can cast Magic Missile as a bonus action.
Okay.
So,
Nasty. What level? Level 1?
Level 1, yeah.
Yep.
So
So three dice, yep. 4.
Oh,
Wow,
nice,
4.
Nice.
Bam, 10 points of damage. You strike the creature and he kind of leans back in. The force damage drives him into the base of this statue, cracking it even more from the acid vial. Wow, that one really hurt. Do you have a main action?
yeah, she'll go, "Well, hopefully this one will hurt even more."
Ooh,
and
nice.
she will cast Firebolt.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yes, it strikes him.
That'll do
Nice.
it.
Do some damage. Esmeralda winding up.
Oh,
17 points of damage in a turn. Ow, that did really hurt. Man. Oh, Marty's going to really hurt. Really get into you. Do you move at all, or are you happy to stay where you are?
Oh no, she's staying where she is, and she's fully just staring this thing down.
Awesome. Tismei, your turn.
Tismei's gonna keep doing what she's been doing. Just that spiritual weapon. She's gonna move the spiritual weapon up to the nearest
Can you move it?
boggle. I think
Just check
with a
that you
bonus
can.
action.
Yep. Oh, no, but can you physically move it? Is the
Oh,
question.
will it? Oh, yay! It. Oh wait, why is
Getting
it
bigger
going
and
back?
smaller. Can you left click and drag it?
Left click, drag. It moves back when I do that.
Oh, okay. All right. Where would you like it?
Right there. That's great.
Okay.
I'm going to attack the boggle next to it.
Good luck.
Second level
That's nice.
spells, right? Okay. Hopefully this goes better. No.
Oh.
What?
Natural ones.
How many
today.
ones?
Wow.
How many ones? What would you like? What would you like
Okay.
as your main action?
Sacred Flame once again. I don't want to waste any more spell slots.
Yep, and the same guy.
Same guy. Yep.
Yep.
Scroll up to my. There you go.
He does not dodge out of the way. He fails his saving throw.
Yay!
So you can roll the damage for that spell.
Okay.
Bam!
I'll take it.
Two more points of damage. No problem. I'm assuming you can't move because you'd provoke opportunity attacks. Is that your
Yeah,
turn?
I'm gonna. Yeah, just staying there, just hacking away at all these boggles around me.
All right. Sergeant von Funkstar draws a heavy crossbow from his back, props to one knee, and is going to take a shot at the main guy up by the statue. He fires and misses with a 12. Dumpkopf, he calls himself, and Romilly is going to try and break out of this damn, wisdom save. She's a freaking cleric, right? You expect her to get out of this.
Yeah, you would think she would have got.
And because of my taunting, now does. So no longer laughs and stands up. Quinn, your turn.
Following Esmeralda's lead, I think I'm gonna go back to targeting this guy.
Is
So I'll pull
Hunter's marked? Yep.
He's Hunter Mark, so I will bonus action planar warrior him as well, right? Like that's all fine and good.
I believe that's the do, isn't it? Yep.
That's what we tried to make here. So you activated it for me.
I have.
All right, I will throw this one.
Throwing the dagger. Oh yeah, that'll hit. Nice one. So roll some damage.
Activate the second one, right?
I have done that already, so just roll your
You're-
damage.
You're too fast. That's all right. Yeah, I'm trying to learn here, but you're clicking things faster than I. And then I'm good on Hunter's Mark, right? So it should all roll
Yep,
here.
Hunter's Mark's on. Planar Warrior should be on. This should be a bucket o' dice. Yeah, there it is. Wow, that's a dagger. Oh my god. Do you want to describe what that looks like? A fully loaded thrown Planar Warrior Hunted Mark dagger.
think-
It doesn't
I
look
think,
like a normal strike.
Yeah, I think he's like frustrated from his shitty throw earlier, but like I think he just when he focuses and hones in, he just sees like all of the ley lines, and then just kind of like just taps into them, and then they maybe even adjust them to try and like flow through this creature, and then just releases a dagger down that stream of these like spiritual ley lines, and then it just I don't know, it just becomes the dagger probably just becomes like something spiritual, and then hits the creature.
And he screams. There's force damage ricocheting through his body. Ah! All right then. I guess no more fun times. We are going to take her, you know. This is what we do. and he leaps over the prone body of Romilly and draws out 2 daggers of his own. The first he goes to plunge into Quinn. Come on now. Oh, rolls a 2 and misses. The second he wheels to attack Esmeralda. And with a 15 hits. Esmeralda, you take 6 points of damage, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw against poison.
Constitution?
Mm-hmm. You feel the poison start to course through your veins. As an Eladrin, you're immune to sleep, though, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
All right, so you're poisoned, but not unconscious. You resist the second part of the sleep poison. Damn. He looks at the dagger and then looks at you. Gee. Oh, the silly court. I can take a head while I take the girl. Bizbo, your turn.
This guy is a monster. How dare you attack my new friends? Godwin, enter combat mode. Godwin makes some like beeping noises, and instantly he his eyes go red, and kind of like a not quite copyright, right? Like not Rise of the Valkyrie or Thunderstruck, but a song like that starts playing as he enters assault mode, and he's gonna fly towards this guy, just looking so menacing. And as he's flying right toward it, looks like he's going to attack. He stops and shoots some glitter out in his face, and then instantly retreats 30 feet.
All right.
Good job, Godwin. Now I'm going to attack him. Yes, I'm going to attack him with my Eldritch Cannon with advantage.
Come on, wait, my Godwin token. Where are you? Oh no, I still have him as a frog. Hang on a sec.
It's fine.
Yeah.
It's the theater of the mind.
Okay, theater of the mind. All right,
Okay,
we'll get a
so
token up for him next game. Sure.
He flew in 30 feet, launched some glitter, and then retreated as quickly as he could because he is a coward.
Okay.
And then I'm going to. Should I click advantage down below? Okay.
Yep.
It did. And then +6 to hit. Come on. Give Papa a new pair of shoes. Yes.
That will hit.
Oh!
Papa a new pair of shoes. Oh, nice roll.
9 points of damage and pushes him back into Esmeralda. Can I get you to make a strength save, please, Esmeralda?
Ah.
You both fall. Both of them are prone. As the Eldritch Cannon strikes you both. Well, not, yeah, you know what I mean. The domino effect.
Okay. Oh, I'm not. Oh. Sorry, Esmeralda! And then I'm going to reach in. I'm going to run over. I have to run. I'm going to reach into my pocket and pull out what looks like a kind of like a sawed-off shotgun. But it has 2 barrels that rotate. And I'm going to like spin it like this and say, "Time to go sleep with the fishies." And then the barrels will... What?
This is all in your backpack, right?
Yeah, this is all in my
okay,
backpack.
okay.
That's true. It has a lot of space, a lot of pockets.
It's a backpack of
Mary
holding.
Poppins.
Yeah.
Yes. And as the barrel, I will set the barrel to... I set the barrel to one side, and as the barrel sets, runes on this side glow silver. And I shoot.
So he is prone. He's on the ground. So this will calculate it as a disadvantage for.
Oh, you're right. Hold on. That's the wrong game. Okay, never mind. I use a spell then. I will use the spell. I will use my catapult again. Screw this guy.
Are you loading your second vial of acid into the chamber?
How messed up does this guy look?
Moderately messed up.
Then yes.
He's had a rough day at the office, but it's not it's not COVID.
Okay.
It's
can
not
I kinda,
COVID.
Yeah.
I will move then here. I will kind of move it so can I aim it where if it doesn't hit him, it will hit the boggle behind? Since Esmeralda's kind of on the ground, no?
Well, it would hit Esmeralda as well. If it doesn't hit him, it'd hit Esmeralda. It'd be equal chance.
that either.
I would say, look, if it doesn't hit him, we've got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people within the scatter frame. So it could be Quinn, the soldier, Tismei's sister, Tismei, the Boggle, or Esmeralda, depending on
That's
which
only
one.
one of
Five
6.
out of 6 of those are good
One
people.
of 6. That's not great.
That's if you hit. If you miss. But of course, it won't dodge because he's riding around on the floor.
He has disadvantage. That's true.
Totally fine.
Yeah.
What is the
I
worst thing that could happen?
Yes. It's fine. I'll just try to shoot him. Too risky. So disadvantage.
It will automatically do it because I've got it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Fantasy Grounds, automating everything. And that will miss with a 13.
Oh. And so what you see fire out is like a little stone. It looks like a fist, like a stone fist, just like flies out of the barrel and hits the ground.
The guards continue to try and pummel these boggles. The first one hitting, doing 4 points of damage. The second one is going to try and hit this boggle here. Guard number 2 also hitting. Now they're earning their money.
Yeah,
Here we
better.
Guard number 3 will run around to try and next to Quinn. Hound. Nice shot, he says as he drives his spear into the ceiling. Who is prone, still misses though. Terrible. As this other guard will come in and try and attack as well. And that will miss, sorry. No, that should hit. Why didn't it hit? Doing 2 points of damage. The Boggles look to their boss. And they shake their head. Actually, no, it is going to try and grab Tismei one last time. Let's see if it works. Hits. Strength save, please, Tismei. Strength check, please, Tismei.
Okay.
Come on, get her.
Get it.
Oh.
The first Boggle grabs hold of Tismei. The second Boggle also hits. Oh, why does that miss on a 15?
My AC's a 16.
That would be why. The first Boggle, as a bonus action, creates an invisible and immobile rift.
That doesn't sound good.
It tugs against Tismei. Make one last strength check for me, please.
Oh no!
No.
Wow.
Oh no!
I'm starting to regret those 7s I rolled before.
You guys see Tismei and the Boggle disappear from view and reappear by the gates near the river. Esmeralda, your turn.
Esmeralda will, seeing that the boggles have gone, but she's got the sea lung and the other boggle next to her, she'll attempt another sword burst as well.
Yeah, totally. Hang on, let me grab the... Hang on, sorry.
Oops, sorry.
That's okay. The sea lung dodges out of the way. Let's see if the Boggle does. Roll that one again. Does not. Doesn't dodge out of the way. So do some damage against that Boggle. Oh, that's huge. Doing 1 point of force cutting paper cut damage. Any bonus actions for you?
No, but I can still move, correct?
Yep, I'm assuming you're half movement because you're just getting back up from being knocked down from the cannon.
Yes. I will begin to move 15 feet towards the gate.
Okay, so the sea lung will have an opportunity of attack against you. No, he won't because he's prone.
Prone.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like, no, he's on his butt. Okay, so...
The Boggle will, though.
15, yeah, that's fine.
Okay for the Boggle to whack you upside the head a little bit?
Yeah, that's fine.
Excellent, thank you. Appreciate that. Here we go. That will miss with a 12. No problem. That's your turn.
Mm-hmm.
Tismei's mother says, Tismei, no! And starts running towards the gate. Followed by her father. Yeah, dash action for lowly commoners. Tismei, you're grabbed by one arm by this boggle. You see the frantic outreach of your mother as you're being dragged towards the creature. Dragged towards the river. What would you like to do?
I will start to panic, and I will grab onto the boggle that's grabbed onto me and cast Inflict Wounds.
At what level? Level 1, yeah?
Level 1, yes.
Okay, good luck.
Hopefully this goes better.
That will
goes
hit.
better.
Wow.
That one,
yeah.
Gonna
my
say I
God.
needed that.
It's taunting you.
Okay, and damage. This might be overkill, but
Oh,
Wow.
just wanted to, make sure.
Might be overkill.
She said no.
With one hand on your holy symbol, Sarastro, goddess of
Yes.
twilight and magic, you put your hand down on this boggle and you see its flesh just start to sear, just melt. As what type of necrotic damage? As you literally melt its flesh. It melts into a puddle of goo and looks up to you with one eye, kind of, no, as it dissolves to your feet. Wow, that's a hell of a lot of damage. Sergeant von Funkstad is going to charge in on the Sealang with his long sword drawn. He attacks and hits, doing 9 points of damage, and follows up with his short sword and misses with his short sword. Romilly, now up for the first time without her laughter, turns on Sealang, says, "Go back to your bitch queen. Go back to that hag and tell her I owe her for the arm." And is going to cast she's going to cast Sacred Flame herself. So here we go. Should have disadvantage on those saves, so I'm just going to roll again. No, it rolls out of the way. No, I don't think so. Quinn, your turn.
It's like rolls over to me.
Yeah.
I will. I'll bonus action Planar Warrior again and bring out a third dagger. And not throw this time. Come down for a strike.
Just stab him. Yeah, sure. All right. Do you want to click all your buttons yourself this time?
Yeah. I'd love to. So I'll Planar Warriors activated.
Yep. And Hunter's Mark too, because the Hunter's Mark actually went off after your last attack.
Okay. First one.
Yep. Roll to hit. Advantage because he's on the ground, but still miss with a 13.
Oh no!
When it's fine, we all have bad days.
Cool moment gone. That's it. I'm gonna stay here then.
He says, "Fine. Your keeper. We'll be back. We watch her while she sleeps."
It's creepy.
And he casts Dimension Door. And disappears.
Counterspell. Oh wait.
Not yet.
I have dreams of that invention, but I can't use it yet.
Bizbo, your turn.
Well, that creepy guy left. There's just the asshole boggle that you have interesting oily substance, and I will collect it, so I will shoot him. Go, Godwin. This boggle's dead, right? That took.
Yep, he's gone by the door. So you'll need to move your cannon because it's currently surrounded by soldiers.
Okay. Move it here to get the beeline.
Yep.
On that boggle.
Let me quickly target it for you. Are you doing it off yourself or off the creature, or off your NPC sheet? When you're attacking?
I'm using the Eldritch Cannon. Yeah. I can use it on my sheet.
Be on your sheet as well. Doesn't matter. Go for it. Take your.
Okay. Didn't roll advantage, but I'll
It hits either
roll
way.
again.
Yep.
See if I crit.
Yep.
though, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
So-
Okay, that's fine. So roll some damage.
Okay.
Pushes him back.
And I will
Doing
run
5
forward,
points of damage.
pull out my shotgun, and rotate the barrel. And when it clicks into place, the runes glow red.
Natrini's right in front of this creature. Tismei's sister.
It's fine.
My
I'm
sister.
I can ignore half cover, so I look cool. As I'm like, don't worry, I am a crack shot.
She's heads at the aim.
As the barrel of the gun starts, like a fireball starts, like building on the barrel of his gun.
Don't worry.
and, and it makes a whistling noise. Yes.
Yep.
I'm a crack shot. Don't worry.
Don't roll a 1. An 11 misses, I'm afraid, but doesn't hit Tismei's sister at least.
Okay.
Well, I hit it once, so whatever.
Boggle 2 will now cast his dimensional rift, so he moves to 50 feet away. To that point. Esmeralda, your turn.
Okay, he's at. Sorry, I'm gonna move the map around. She's actually gonna move forward, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Is that Boggle in view?
Yep, absolutely.
He cannot run a firebolt. Oh wait, why did that?
You're poisoned. And that will miss.
Like,
As
no.
you're just about to cast and you find yourself clouded, like half sleeping, but resisted again, but too much distracted. The fireball goes off and lands in the thatch roof of the house behind. Tismei, your turn.
Okay. I will move. I guess the boggle's just below me. Okay.
Yep.
5, 10, 15, 20. Oh, Sacred Flame is range 60 feet. Doesn't make a difference. Okay. I guess I'll just move to there. And then...
I'll be 35 feet away.
Yeah, that'll be fine. Am I really trying to kill this thing? Okay, sure. Why not? We'll cast Guiding Bolt on it.
Mighty bolt, nice. That will hit.
Oh, it hit. Okay.
Yeah. Do some damage. Oh, bloody hell.
Yeah.
2 in a row.
Oh, she's like, I guess I don't have any of my weapons. 45 damage, 36 damage here.
It costs all my spell slots. I'm out of spells now.
Yeah, with the last kind of strength that you have, the last of your will, Tismei, eyed white, blinded, closes the eye to take range, and with one hand, an eruption of radiant damage comes spilling out of her hand, catching this dark fey creature into the chest and obliterating it into nothing. Guys, that's where we're going to leave it for the week. Thank you so much. Fey,
Oh boy.
Dark Fey changed and well down the Hexblood's journey. Played the journey. That was cool.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Oh boy.
And
A
we
lot of
destroyed
ones.
the town.
a lot of acid, a lot of fire.
Fire, yeah.
Yeah. People aren't going to be super happy with any of us, especially me.
Yeah, I can't believe it. You turned your back on the... Anyway, we'll get to that next week.
Can't
So come and
believe
join us next week when we see the fallout of crazy witch-like creatures in the middle of Riverbend Village. Thanks so much for joining us, everyone. We're running a little bit over time, so I'll let these guys go. But come and see us next week. Thanks again. We'll see you next time.
Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.